YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Egutera, your optimistic driver. Today we're going to talk about how to make sales. Sales. Everybody, every marketer, every business owner always wants to make sales one way or the other in their businesses. And each person is always worried about how to satisfy the target audience in order to make as much sales as they really want to. So how to sell or how to close a sales has been one of the biggest issues or worries of people who are involved in the marketing industry, who are involved in marketing, who are involved in selling their product. And a business owner must learn selling skills to persuade the clients or customers to buy his or her products or services. Just as a job seeker who has to develop selling skills in order to market himself or herself so well in a way that will satisfy the hiring manager or the employer. So, whichever may be the case, in today's article, we're going to talk about how to make sales. That is, three solid proven ways to close a sales easily. Now, but before we start, just get prepared. Before we start, I would like you to hit the subscription button. Yes, hit the subscription button and turn on your notification icon so that you won't miss any of the updates. Now, how can you close a sales or how can you make a sales? Like I said, three proven ways. The first one is discovery stage. What do we mean by discovery stage? The customer has to discover who the target audience is. The seller has to discover who the target audience is, what they are really in need of. What is the problem I can solve? What is the problem that they are facing, that they have, that I can actually provide solution to? That is the discovery stage. You have to make research. Okay, what area are they lacking? And around where can I find my target audience? Are my target audience found only in Lagos? Are they found only in Nigeria? Are they found only in London? Are they found worldwide? Okay, that's it. That is one part. Then also, still under discovery stage, the marketer or the business owner has to find out, okay, how many people can I meet in that particular area that I've met one of my soon to be customers? If you notice it that there are a lot of people in that particular area that are facing that issue, that particular problem, then make sure you pick on it. But if you find that there is only one person that has that issue in that particular area, like for example in Lagos, then you have to have a rethink about your business or how to make sure you try your best to make it with that. Now, the second stage is the presentation stage. The presentation stage has to do with how you discuss or how you convince your customer. You have to give helpful tips about how you can help your target audience, and this makes them see you as an authority who might just be able to solve their problem. So that presentation stage, you have to think of, okay, what will I tell my target audience? How can I convince them? What I say, hope it will be able to convince them and make them help me get more customers, convince their friends to also patronize me. That is a very, very important stage. If you're able to pass the discovery stage and you go to the presentation stage, and you're able to do the presentation stage very well, then that's very good. That's a thumbs up for you. Then it means your business is moving to a good point. That's it. And now we go to the third stage. That's the last stage. which is the closing stage. The closing stage, this has to do with the result. What happened after? Was your client satisfied with what you said? Was your client satisfied with the way you convinced him or her about your product or your services? Now, closing stage, this shows results or social proof of people that have used your product or services to solve a similar problem your target audience has. Do you get? That's it. So it's the result of what people have used in your product or services, which you can actually get and show your soon to be customer. So, what you do is examples of closing stage could be feedback. You know, when you are relating with a particular customer of yours, you could ask your customer, okay, so far you've been using my product. How have you been finding it? Hope it has been easy for you to handle. Hope it has been able to solve your problem and the rest. Please, I need a feedback. That is it. You can discuss with them. You can ask them to give you a feedback of your services or your product, and that is the result which you will show your soon to be customers. Then also, apart from that, apart from feedback, you can tell them to snap pictures. Like for example, those that buy bags or shoes, you can tell them, please take a picture of you wearing the clothes you bought, or the bag that you bought, or the shoe you bought, and send to me. And that you can use that picture to show your customers that to show your soon to be customers that my customers are actually satisfied with what they get from me. So that is it. So feedback and pictures are examples of the closing stage. And if you're able to pass these three stages, it will actually help your business and move it to the permanent level, to the success stage or the success level. Now, for you to be able to go through all these things successfully, despite the challenges you may face in your business, you have to be focused. You have to be what? Focused. That is one. Two, you have to be consistent. Consistent has to do with continuing, not just stopping. Just because you look at it that, okay, there's an issue, I've been facing these um, challenges, I can't just continue. No, you have to be consistent and continue with the pattern you do. If you are the type that, okay, normally, for example, if you make liquid soap, each time you usually produce 40 liters. Be consistent with what you are producing. The only time you can change your production level is when there is high demand. So which means you change it and make it more. And with time, if you're able to follow the three stages I mentioned earlier, for sure you are supposed to get high demand in your product. So that is when you can change it to make it more than 40 liters, not making it less. And again, apart from that, you also have to make sure the quality of your product remains the same. Or if at all it does not remain the same, the quality of your product should grow higher. The quality of your product should be higher and not diminishing. Do you get? Like for example, there's a particular product I used to buy years back. That product, when you use it, it gives a good result. I don't want to mention the product in particular, but it's actually used in the home. I won't mention where exactly, but it's actually used in the home. It brings a good result, but with time, years after, it was observed that the quality of that product is no more as high as how it was before. And because of that, I just got tired and frustrated, and it made me to even look at it that, okay, let me try this similar product. So can you see? So make the quality of your product higher so that it will not drive your customers away. They won't want to look at your competitors to patronize. Then also always be disciplined. Always be what? Disciplined. Discipline yourself. to meet your goals. No matter how tired you may be or how frustrated you may be because of the way customers behave, do not feel bad and not continue. Just discipline yourself and say, okay, today I must do this, that, and make sure you meet it. Make sure you do what? Meet it. And if there's any way you can try your best to multitask, do that. This will really help you. Now, I want to ask you some questions. What business do you have in mind? You may have been thinking, you may have been watching my previous videos. I've been talking about business success, how to make sure you succeed in your business, and so on. So, if you have not started your business since you've been watching my videos, I want you to think about it deeply. What business do you have in mind? What problem in your community, in your society, do you think you can solve? Think about it. This will really help you. Then, if you have any question, I would like you to hit the comment button and comment on whatever issues you have. And whatever business you have in mind, I will still like it if you comment about it. I want as much comments as possible. Comment, this is the kind of business I have in mind. And honestly, if you need any help from me being your coach, your optimistic driver, I will provide help to you. Now, another question I want to ask is, what barriers do you feel are stopping you from meeting your goals, your business goals? What barriers do you feel are stopping you from hitting your business goals? Write it down. Think about it. For example, assuming you're an artist, assuming you're an athlete and you are actually to run a race with other people, you would have looked ahead to see that, okay, this is where I'm to apply, this is where I'm to pass. When while you're looking, when you notice that there's a barrier in front, what will you do? You think of how you can overcome that barrier, how you can pass over that barrier, those barriers or those obstacles. So that is the same thing in your business. Do not say, oh, this thing is really making me sick and tired. No, think of how you can pass it over and move your business forward. That will really help. Then another question I want to ask is, what problems do you notice people in your society or community are facing that you feel you can provide solution to? That you feel you can actually solve? Think about it and note it down in your book. You can also write it down in the comments below. Then, with all these questions, I also want you to put them in mind while you're thinking about it. Think about who your target audience are. Who are your target audience? How can you overcome the challenges you face, the challenges that is in the marketplace? What your target audience is not able to overcome? What are the weaknesses of your target audience? I want you to note down those things, and this will really, really help you. Well, I would like you to comment below on all the questions I have asked. I would really, really like us to talk about it. If possible, one-on-one or online. And in my upcoming video, we'll also talk about some of the issues you are facing, which you want me to talk about. Then that is it. This will really, really help you if you follow them. Like I said earlier, hope you have hit the subscription icon below and you have turned on the notification icon. So I look forward to meeting you again in my upcoming videos. Then I would like it if you like this video and share to those who you feel it will really be helpful to them, or you can share it to your social media channels. This will help a lot of people. Thank you and stay tuned. I'd like to talk to you people next time. Bye.